I often get emails and DMs asking me what I think about municipal bonds. Here's how I respond. I don't particularly like them, but I always follow up with a question of my own. Are you taking advantage of all the available Roth accounts before you start pouring your money into municipal bonds? Because on balance, the qualities and features of Roth accounts are far superior to municipal bonds. In today's video, I'll dig into all of the features and benefits of both types of accounts so that you can see which one is right for you. Because municipal bonds generally serve as the bond portion of your investment portfolio, I'll be comparing municipal bonds to a corporate bond held inside a Roth IRA. First, let's look at contribution limits, because at first blush, there's a pretty big difference here. Municipal bonds have no contribution limits, so if you want to set aside huge amounts of money in municipal bonds, contribution limits won't be a factor. All right, how about the Roth IRA? As long as we're talking about the Roth IRA, let's include the Roth 401k as well. If you're over age 50 and married, you can put a total of $15,000 into your Roth IRA, so long as you have at least $15,000 of earned income between you and your spouse. If you have a Roth 401k at work, you can contribute an additional $30,000 to your Roth 401k and $30,000 to your spouse's Roth 401k if available. If your company offers a 401k match, that match can now be directed to the Roth portion of your account. Thank you, Secure Act 2.0. Let's call that an additional $5,000 each for you and your spouse. All told, that's $85,000 per year that you and your spouse, if you're married, can contribute to various Roth accounts. Now, granted, you won't be allocating all $85,000 towards corporate bonds, but if you're over age 50, you could reasonably position 40 to 50% of that allocation to the bond portion of your portfolio. Now, having said all of this, if you have substantial income or assets, you won't qualify for a Roth, and the Roth 401k won't allow you to save a meaningful amount of money per year. Then municipal bonds will give you much more flexibility from a contribution perspective. So on this account, municipal bonds is the clear winner. Next, let's take a look at taxation. We know municipal bonds are free from federal tax. They're also free from state tax if you buy them from the state in which you currently reside. But maybe you live in a state that doesn't pay a competitive rate of interest, so you buy one or more municipal bonds from other states. In that case, you would pay state tax. Now, let's say you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, so you buy a mutual fund of municipal bonds and you sell it at a gain. You then have to pay capital gains taxes. So municipal bonds are largely believed to be tax-free, but in 2 of the 3 scenarios, they can be subject to taxation. Okay, now let's look at Roth IRAs from a tax perspective. So long as you keep your Roth IRA until age 59 and a half, you won't pay any of the taxes we just talked about. Roth IRAs are free from federal tax, state tax, and capital gains tax. So I would say on the taxation front, the Roth IRA wins. All right, let's take a look at rates of return. When it comes to rates of return, a corporate bond within a tax-free Roth IRA will win every single time. It's not even really close. Corporations just have the capacity to pay higher interest than municipalities do. For example, in March of 2023, seasoned AAA corporate bonds yielded roughly 4.88%, while 30-year AAA tax-free municipal bonds yielded 3.4%. So as far as rates of return go, the corporate bond within the Roth IRA is the clear winner. Next, we discuss risk. Based on historical data, municipal bonds are 50 to 100 times less likely to default than corporate bonds with the same credit ratings. The reason for this is that municipal bonds are backed by municipalities who have the ability to raise revenue from their taxpayers to make their interest payments. So as far as risk goes, a muni bond will beat a corporate bond within a Roth IRA. All right, now let's take a look at provisional income. Provisional income is the income that the IRS tracks to determine if they're going to tax your Social Security. If your provisional income as a single person is greater than $34,000, or your provisional income as a married couple is greater than $44,000, then guess what? Up to 85% of your Social Security becomes taxable to you at your highest marginal tax bracket. That could end up costing you about a quarter of your Social Security to taxation. And how will you plug the hole in your Social Security? You'll spend down all of your other assets to compensate. I've done a lot of comparisons on this, and on average, people run out of money 5 to 7 years faster when they pay tax on their Social Security. So let's take a look at municipal bonds when it comes to provisional income. This is one of the biggest reasons I don't care much for municipal bonds. Any interest you receive from municipal bonds does count as provisional income. It does count against the thresholds, which cause Social Security taxation. But how about Roth IRAs and Roth 401ks? This is one of the real strengths of Roth accounts. As long as you're 59 and a half when you take your money out, none of those distributions count as provisional income. So by utilizing Roth accounts to the extent that you can versus municipal bonds, you dramatically increase the likelihood that you'll be getting your Social Security 100% tax-free. In summary, municipal bonds are superior to corporate bonds within a Roth when it comes to contribution limits and risk, but Roth carries the day when it comes to rates of return, taxation, and provisional income. So on the balance, I'd say that when given the choice between muni bonds and Roth IRAs when it comes to building your tax-free retirement strategy, you should maximize every Roth option you have available to you before investing in municipal bonds. If you want to learn more about how to incorporate Roth accounts into your tax-free retirement strategy, be sure to check out my tax-free toolkit. You can download it for free at taxfreetoolkit.com. If you're a financial professional and want to learn how to become a certified Power of Zero advisor, head over to powerzero.com and opt into my free 3-part video series. By the way, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.